ShareShotRealityWrestlingInc.com, and we finally announced it on social media. We have the details out of our annual WrestleMania Day party from 1 to 3 p.m. local time in New Orleans at Spirits on Bourbon, the famous Spirits on Bourbon. We are going to have the entire crew there, plus the innovator of violence, Mr. Tommy Dreamer, plus former WWE and TNA star, Mr. Ken Anderson, and Noelle Foley, a former CSR guest herself. It's going to be a great time. It's free to get in, a free Q&A. It's $20 to meet each of them if you want to meet them and get a picture. And there's a special VIP package. That's right, for VIPs, only 6 VIPs available for this. You can get lunch with Noelle at 1 o'clock there at Spirits on Bourbon. Your food's included. You'll also get to meet Tommy. You'll get to meet Ken. You'll get to meet all of us. And you'll get to do a special social media video with everyone. So a great value. Tickets for that VIP package, again, only 6 spots. Tickets will go on sale Friday, March 9th at 10 a.m. Eastern, only on TicketKingOnline.com. That is the only place you'll be able to get the tickets, is TicketKingOnline.com, March 9th, if you want to get VIP tickets for the Noelle Foley VIP package. Otherwise, you can just show up on the day of and have fun with all of us.
It's going to be great.
It's going to be a blast. I love New Orleans. Juice Springsteen, Queen of the Silver Screen, Katie Arquette is here. Juice, let's do our shirt of the week. What do we got?
Oh,
Bad Boy Joey Janela.
Yep.
Maybe I'll go to his party this year.
You need to. It's literally the best show of the whole weekend. It beats everything.
I feel like I'll be like, I don't know, I feel like I'll be out of place. Nobody's going to like me there.
No, that's the best. Yeah, come on. We don't like you here. We have you here. They'll have you there.
But I've run this.
It's spring break. It's like a midnight show. You're not going to do anything else.
You got to go one time.
One time?
Yeah, it's great. I think it's one of the best shows.
I'll think about it. A lot of headlines, I'm sure, will come out of that show as it did for its inaugural one last year. Speaking of headlines, ladies and gentlemen, let's start with the headlines we have of the week. Go ahead, Juice. You can let the...
Big surprise. I got it right. Jeff Jarrett is going into the WWE Hall of Fame, much to the chagrin of Justin LeBar, who doesn't think he was over enough, wasn't a main eventer. I never said he was going to be the main guy of the show. I just said he could be in the Hall of Fame.
We're 2 minutes into the show and you're already inaccurate.
Nope.
Well, he must have done enough to be inducted.
No, I'm not. No. Where I'm surprised is that it's this year of all years. I have openly said...
Based off what?
This year just seemed kind of odd to me. Okay, let's be honest here. After the departure, it wasn't a pretty departure from the place that he founded with Impact Wrestling. He goes into a WWE-sponsored rehab.
Okay, but that's not announced, so like that doesn't matter to the.
But it's still relevant if we're making a conversation. No one else knows that. Look, the fact is, this guy has stayed steadily employed, well paid, made a lot of opportunities for other wrestlers, and had political control of most of his booking from 2001 on. So all that considered, yes, he's absolutely Hall of Fame worthy. He's more worthy than several others that are already in. Yeah. I'm just surprised by the year, the timing. That's all. It came very much out of left field. I doubted these reports, which had legitimacy to it. Yep. You're right. I'm wrong. He's happening this year. Yep. Double J in the HOF.
It's going to be great. That's going to be fantastic.
Who
Slap nuts? I don't know. Bruce Pritchard?
Road Dogg. I think Road Dogg.
You think Road Dogg?
That makes the most sense to me. I can't think of anyone.
Well, he's not doing anything with SmackDown. He might as well just come over and...
That's true.
How... Isn't it interesting timing, though, that while Double J is going in, and we all know what Double J isn't really well known for in his gimmick, and we have Elias, who's getting really over, playing a guitar.
Maybe that's why the timing was now.
And as you try to map out WrestleMania card, I don't know what Elias's match is.
I don't know.
And Jeff can still go. Jeff worked with us at IWC a year ago. He can still go. He's not out of shape. He's not.
I think that would be fantastic. That's like almost too high profile of a match with Elias. Like, that's crazy.
Or if it doesn't happen at Mania, and
I don't know.
And if Elias if Elias does not interrupt his Hall of Fame speech, then the day after WrestleMania, Jarrett needs to come out, celebrate being a Hall of Famer, and Elias needs to come out and
everything has to be an angle. Why does it have to get hit with a guitar?
It's a work.
It's a work. Exactly. You took it right out of my mouth. It's a work. Okay. That's how it's supposed to be.
Who else is left for the Hall of Fame? We've heard rumors of Kid Rock. We've heard rumors of Bam Bigelow.
Oh, my God. I hope
Kid Rock's going in, baby.
He has to.
I'll be in Cleveland for Kid Rock this weekend, by the way.
Oh, my God.
Keep rubbing it in.
Yes.
Why? Why do you
I'll be wearing
I like Kid Rock.
See?
The only 2 people that'll be at that concert and cheering for him at the Hall of Fame. That's it.
We'll go together.
Who inducts Kid Rock in the Hall of Fame? Because it can't be Undertaker. That's weird.
He has no You!
I should.
You should induct him.
You're the only person.
I'm available. I'm available to induct him.
That's why you won't be a Joe Janela. You'll be inducting Kid Rock in the Hall of Fame.
I'll walk out with you. They always need a pretty girl in a nice dress. You'll induct. I'll be there to hold him.
Practice. Just do the little... There we go. Yay. Walking out. Match made in American Badass.
Kid Rock, everyone. Kid Rock.
All right, moving on in the headlines. 2-hour gauntlet match on Monday Night Raw. And reports saying that Vince McMahon was the one who was behind it and laid it out.
Yeah, here's the one thing, though. With that, isn't he behind everything?
Not necessarily. No, he's not behind. He's not behind
You
205 Live anymore.
You know, but you don't think he might? He could give little like ideas to. He's behind Raw for the entire 25 years.
My point being is, when you watch that,
when
both of you watch it, did you think, is this Vince's idea, or was this something of a Triple H or somebody else?
I thought it was like maybe a combined effort of just, let's throw something that we've never really tried before. Let's take up all the segments we can, and then have the little interview segments too that made it seem a little bit more real.
Right. I think Vince definitely was like, oh, let's do this, and Triple H is probably like, okay, this is how we're going to tweak it a little bit. Because, you know, Vince, he's always like, we got to do big and this and that.
Well, let's be honest, it's a lot of wrestling, and not a lot of, not a lot of other things.
Not a lot of story in it.
Right.
But, I mean, everybody, I think, was captivated with the first 2 matches. Yes. Like, by the end of the first hour, they were like, how is this going to keep going?
Yeah.
We've only had 2 matches of possible, like, 6 or 7.
It had a mini Royal Rumble element to it, because you wanted to see who they were going to bring next to the dynamics of it.
That's something to worry about for how long it's going to take. Like the 2 Rumble matches, everyone's like, if there's going to be a women's and a men's, it's going to drag out. People are going to be bored, but they did it anyway, and it looked really good.
And I think Seth Rollins is like way back on top of where it needs to be. I don't know if he needs to have a title at this point, but they said Monday Night Rollins last week, and they made a shirt, and I was kind of like, man, you're really trying too hard, but he literally stole the whole first hour of that show.
I mean, I'm one of those people, I usually watch live, but if I'm watching on DVR, I'll be honest, if it's a match that I have already seen of 2 people, or if it's a match that really has no severe purpose to things, if it's just to fill time, if I'm on DVR, I will go through, unless it's like Braun or Oscars, but otherwise I will kind of track through, and I'll wait to hear the promos, because that's where the things are going to be really storyline driven. But I'll tell you what, I watched this live, and I'm glad that I gave my full focus, because I was so invested in that first hour.
And you talk about promos, I like how they had Renee back there, after you're done, literally just done, here you go. What did you think?
It felt like a post-game.
Exactly. And I liked how they had Cena still talking about he doesn't know if he's going to have a WrestleMania match, because I think he's going to go against The Undertaker still.
We'll get to that later this weekend. This one's really interesting. So the Louisiana Wrestling and Boxing Commission.
Those are still a thing?
They are still commissions in certain states that have that govern this. So the Louisiana Wrestling and Boxing Commission banning blood and pile drivers, which this affects obviously Mania Week, where all these promotions are doing shows in somewhere in Louisiana. The blood thing's not that big of a deal, but the banning of a pile driver, especially
the show I'm going to, half of the stuff's going to be there. Like blood last year.
So let's get even bigger. If Undertaker does have a match, his finishing move is considered a pile driver.
Yeah.
You think they're going to
Is the Louisiana government going to stop the Undertaker?
They don't want him to wrestle either. They're like, you know what? He's done. He's done. Are you sure it's any pile driver at all?
I mean,
you think they're going to fine tune it for WWE? You think they're going to weasel around it? And what are they going to do if they do it? Like, what? Are they going to stop?
That's like saying no suplexes. That's a whole bunch. Just like no suplexes.
I don't think you're going to. Are there going to be people like commissions at Spring Break and like all these other shows, like waiting for someone to do a power driver?
Well, I'll put this in perspective again, and Katie can speak to this.
Okay.
Like, so here in Pennsylvania, there is a board, there's a commissioners and such, and so we have to operate each IWC show on the assumption that a representative could be there. So follow the rules in terms of having a doctor, or if you're within a certain amount of radius away from a hospital, you need to have an ambulance on site. There's all these different rules. Now, most of the time, a representative is not there. You know what I mean? There's so many things. There's so many wrestling shows, so many MMA events, boxing events, all across the state that fall under their jurisdiction. So for the most part, nobody's there. But this is also a bigger money weekend than what we're randomly talking about in Pittsburgh on a Saturday. So I'm sure they might make a point to be governing this. I mean,
I'm just saying, there's just so many shows. Like, are you really going to have someone there the entire time doing that? And if so, like, just a fine? Are they going to stop the show?
I don't know.
That's what you have to do, though.
Luckily, they're not banning super kicks, or else we'd all be screwed.
I'm done. I'm out. If they ban super kicks.
You can't have that happening.
And finally, CM Punk doing some trolling and teasing of his possible appearance at the All In show on September 1st. It's being orchestrated by Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks. We were having this discussion off air. It's kind of led to believe it's going to happen in Chicago. I don't know if they've said it officially, but obviously Chicago, Punk's hometown. So Punk kind of teasing at that, and if they want to get a 10,000 person arena sold, that will do it.
It would happen immediately, especially if it's in Chicago. And the stars are aligning. Like, Punk might have another UFC fight in the summer, but after that, like, all signs point to doing this. And if it does, it's going to sell out fast and unprecedented. 10,000 people, I think.
It would make the most sense for him, too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because he's not going to just come back. Like, if he comes back to WWE, he's not going to just do it like this. Like, he's going to do a big thing and promote himself and get himself back over. So then, if he needs to go back,
well, and correct me if I'm wrong, Juice. This show is being done in the vein of like everybody who thinks, okay, just because you're not WWE, you never can sell 10,000.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of them trying
because
to.
it's not really like it's not Ring of Honor doing the show. It's these guys
self-funding
contracting all these guys. Yeah.
So this is the exact kind of motivation and objective that of us versus WWE that Punk would want to come back for.
This is the attention he's hoping for.
Yeah.
He's not looking for just to make a scene. He's looking to make a Broadway musical, and he's doing that.
And he's going to show an impact. Like I'm coming to this. Like this is a big deal. These guys know what they're doing. This is the future. This is him and Daniel Bryan would have done the same thing 15 years ago. Yeah.
Who would you want to see him face of this? Really, that's
possible. Oh my God. I don't know.
I don't know.
Anybody would be.
We keep hearing that Daniel Bryan's contract's up in September of this year, but I don't know what day it is. But if he was cleared as of September 1st, if that was like
that's too good. That would sell. I'm trying to go if it's.
I'll go.
You're gonna go too.
Yes.
We'll all go. Field trip.
Field trip.
Field trip.
CSR field trip. All right. Again, make sure you if any details you need, you can go to our social media. We will have links on March 9th to purchase tickets for the VIP package if you're interested. All across our social media, Facebook, Twitter, what have you. Otherwise, free to get in. We look forward to seeing everybody at Spirits on Bourbon 1 to 3 p.m. So we'll be wrapped up in time for you to get over for the 10-hour epic WrestleMania event.
Are you sure Mania's not going to start at the party?
It might. Who knows? Don't be surprised if Renee Young walks in and she just starts to do pre-show there, because that's just they have all the time to fill.
There's so many people there.
Yeah, all the day-long event. I mean, it was we packed the place when we were there in 2014, so I have the same expectations here. Our fans are always great at traveling with us. Chair Shot Reality, make sure you like, share, comment, do what we got to do. We're going to do our Elimination Chamber previews and predictions coming up in the next few videos. Plus, Josh Eisenberg and I are going to debate Seth Rollins or Finn Balor. Who is in more of a need of a bigger WrestleMania match? We'll debate that later on here in the playlist.